Well, hello, everyone. Welcome to Virtual Coffee Break with Tanisha. I am your host, Tanisha Bird, and it's so good to see everybody. I have an amazing topic for us today. As you know, we have been discussing the book, Your First Year in Network Marketing, which should really be the Bible, right? For everyone who joins my team, this is something that we tell them to read within the first 30 days of getting started in their business. And, some people are not so coachable and they don't listen to what their coaches say. And if they stick and stay in the business long enough, and then later down the line they start reading books and stuff, and then they will pick up that book and read it, they always come back and say, Coach, I wish I would have read this when I first got started. And I'm like, really? Because that's what I told you to do when you first got started. So it is an amazing book. We've already gone through chapters 1 and 2. And so today we're going to be discussing chapter 3. But before I do that, let's give a shout out to people that have joined us. Welcome if you're checking in from Facebook. We're also streaming on LinkedIn. We're streaming on YouTube, and we're streaming on X. So hello. Welcome, boss lady. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome. We got Amazing K checking in from Detroit. Welcome. We got, I believe that's Lynette checking in from Pennsylvania. Thank you for joining. We got Miss Chrissy Paul checking in. Great afternoon, Chrissy. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's see. We got Miss Sasha Paez. Sasha Paez. See, I had to get my Spanish together. Checking in from Chicago, the Windy City. Thank you for joining us, Miss Sasha. And we have Arthatus. I said it right today, didn't I, Kay? I still said it wrong. Arthatus.
Arthatus.
Thetis. I need to give you a nickname so I don't mess your name up. Miss Arthatus checking in from lettuce. Yes. You said think about lettuce.
Arthatus.
Oh, okay. Guess what? I think I'll get it right now because now I'm gonna have the word lettuce. When I see her name, I'm gonna think lettuce. Arthatus. Okay, I got it now. I got it. Thank you for that. That's the school teachers in her, y'all. That's the school teachers. Teachers know a way how to get the kids to remember stuff, and they come up with stuff like that. Welcome, Constance, checking in from Greenville. How are you?
I'm good at work.
She's at work, but she's checking in. So let's jump in. I'm gonna go ahead and mute everybody. Let's jump into our topic today because we do have a lot to discuss. And so today we are, again, I'm coming to you from chapter 3 of the book, Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark and Rene Yarnell. And chapter 3, there we go. She got the book. Chapter 3 is about dodging the depression torpedo. Dodging the depression torpedo. So I'm going to jump right into this. Although this business is, and we're talking about the industry of network marketing, although the business is 90% fun after the learning curve months, right? So although this business is 90% fun after the learning curve, the depression torpedo is among the more difficult challenges facing new and seasoned network marketers alike, right? Nobody is immune to the depression torpedo. Of necessity, successful recruiters must be enthusiastic, sincere, articulate, and believable. A depressed person cannot survive in this industry. Thus, we need to prepare our new business partners by warning them of the most common causes of depression, beginning with an open admission of our own personal struggles with this formidable adversary. So what are we talking about? If you stay in network marketing long enough, there are some things that are going to happen that are going to make you depressed. It is what it is. And so what the author is telling us is we got to prepare our new business partners for that. Because if they think, especially in our company, right? Our company focuses on travel. Hello, we sell recess. Of course it's fun, right? And so people come in thinking, oh, it's going to be fun because it's travel, da, 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 da. Yeah, that's great. We sell travel agencies, but there are some things that will make you depressed with building your business. And so we have to make sure that we prepare our new business partners, right? As coaches, as mentors, this is our job to prepare them. So I almost want you to kind of look at your responsibility. And this is why I say this, and I said this the other day. With our particular company and our travel business, right, we have two separate businesses, right? We have our travel agency and then we have the marketing side. And there are some people who join our company and they kind of want to just focus on the travel side, which is fine. They're able to do that. They sign up for the marketing part, but they don't plug anything to, having to do with the marketing part, right? They don't go to the meetings. They don't go to the events. They're not on a train. They're just focused on the travel side, which is fine. That is okay. But here's where the problem comes in. Now someone wants to join them. And now that person joins them, and that business partner, the sponsor, can't lead them into anything but a brick wall. Why? Because they're not plugged in. And so I want everyone to really start realizing that being a sponsor comes with a lot of responsibility. You don't have to, granted, right? You did your job, you sold them the business, but morally and ethically, you should be plugged into the thing so that you can give the guidance to this new business partner outside of what the company is providing. Yes, both companies are going to provide all the training and stuff like that, but you should be there to guide them and prepare them for what is to come with their new business. And if people spent more time doing that, that would reduce the attrition big time, right? And so again, talking about this depression torpedo, we need to let our new business partners know that it's not all fun. There are some things that, are going to happen. And it's just a matter of doing business. It happens to everybody. It's part of the business. It's part of the industry. It's never going to stop. But I need you to be aware of these things so that when they happen, you don't get depressed. Right. And when I'm onboarding my new business partner, I tell them about this book. And I said, this book will tell you everything that's going to happen in your first year. And failure to plan is a plan to fail. So I need you to read this book so that you don't freak out when, the valleys come. All right. So what are some causes of depression when you're in an MLM? Well, when friends and family decline the offer to look at your business presentation. That could be very depressing, right? And as a new business partner, they're going to take that no very personal. But if they read the book, they won't take it personal. They'll know that it's coming, right? So that's number one. And then we have B. Each time a rep goes AWOL by slipping into apathy, or they keep changing companies, or they quit, they can also become depressed. So again, you don't know if you should know or ask questions to find out from your new business partner. Is this your first rodeo in network marketing, right? To find out if they have a history, and are they still active with those companies, or did they quit, right? If they quit, there's probably a little bit of depression there because they're like, oh, I started something and I failed. No, you quit. You didn't fail. You quit. There's a difference between quitting and failing when it comes to network marketing. You just quit before you got to the part where you could make some money, right? So again, make sure you're asking the right questions to find out, is my new business partner going to be prone to depression, or they might be depressed coming into business, right? That could happen as well. All right, so let's get into these things. Number one, If you are up, go down. And if you are down, go up. What are we talking about when we say that? If you are up, go down. And if you are down, go up. What we're talking about, go ahead, Amazing K.
I believe you're talking about your feelings. If you're feeling up, go down. So your people that are attached to you under your, I don't like downline. Downline with network marketing talk.
Mm-hmm.
Your downline could feel up too. And if you're down, don't go down with them. Go up to your upline, to people above you, so they can pull you back up.
Exactly.
And help you
exactly.
feel better.
Exactly. Do not spread any negativity or your negative opinions. And let me say this, something might be happening and your opinion about something might be spot on. But if it's negative, you don't discuss that with your downline, right? You discuss it with your coach, with your mentor. You want to keep nothing but positive things coming out of your mouth when you are engaging with your downline, meaning people under you. But if you have anything negative to say, you make sure you share that with your sponsor or your upline leaders. And for those of you who have messenger chats, do not let someone with a negative attitude come in there talking negative and you going back and forth with them. Don't do that. Don't do that. And there's so many people who do that. You get in your feelings because someone said something, and then now you trying to tell them off in the chat. And now your whole organization is witnessing this childish behavior. And I'm guilty. I've done it too. But what I've learned was to nip it in the bud and then remove that person so we could talk, or let them know we need to talk offline. Let's go offline to have this conversation. Because a lot gets lost in translation when you're texting or in Messenger, right? And sometimes things can come off a lot more harsh than maybe what you really intended it to be. And so don't have any negative dialogue going on in your messenger chats. It's bad, especially for a brand new business partner to come in and see it. They're gonna be like, what the heck? And don't let them be a professional in a red, like an attorney or a real estate agent or a physician. They're gonna be like, what the? They're gonna leave. You're gonna start seeing people leaving your chat because they're like, I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that.
Can I say something?
Absolutely.
So yeah, you're absolutely right about that. And I first want to commend you for that time we had a troll on, and one of my business partners just watched that episode, said Tanisha Burke, she nipped that in the bud. She nipped that in the bud. That's exactly what we have to do. Naysayers or people with negative things. And I do have a chat, and sometimes things could be misinterpreted for people and they want to go on. And I said that I'm just going to ignore that. I'm not going to keep answering because it sounds like a back and forth thing. And I do have new people, new business partners that are on there, and I don't want them to get that. So I'm taking that offline. I really wanted to remove the person, but I guess you shouldn't do that. But I'm just going to take that offline and say, listen, we have to keep everything positive here. If it's a misunderstanding, direct message me personally if it's a misunderstanding, because it sounds unprofessional and negative. And I'm the positive girl. I can't be around no negativity.
Right. And you want to communicate that in your chat that, only positive vibes only in this chat. If you have an issue or a discrepancy or, something that you need to discuss, you private message me directly. Do not bring it into this chat. And you set that standard for your organization. All right. Let's get into number 2. Network marketing requires an upbeat, enthusiastic person who will in turn attract others seeking, keyword, their own well-being. I'm going to repeat that again. And I want you to highlight and underscore others seeking their own well-being, right? So network marketing requires an upbeat, enthusiastic person who will in turn attract others seeking their own well-being. They have to be in it for them, for what they want to do. They want to improve their life. They want to improve their finances. They want financial freedom for themselves. They want personal freedom for themselves. They want time freedom for themselves. They want to retire early for themselves. It's not about you and what you want for them. It's about what they want for themselves. We are looking for people who are interested in their own well-being. And if we can all get that perception right in our head, your conversation is going to change. Now, getting back to your enthusiasm, your vibe attracts your tribe. Your vibe attracts your tribe. You know, a lot of times when certain people that I have really good relationships with, I call them sunshine. And you know why I call them sunshine? Because it does exactly what Amazing K just did. It makes them smile. I want to see people smiling, right? If I came on here and was like, hey, y'all, welcome to Coffee Break. Today, we're going to go over your first year in network marketing. And we're going
I would have to text you and find out what's the matter.
Right? Your vibe attracts your tribe. If you sound like, I remember, true story, I remember I was on a webinar doing a presentation, and the business partner, I think she was opening it up, like welcoming the guests and doing an introduction. And after it was all over, I got offline with her to have a conversation. I'm like, it sounded like you were reading a eulogy. Like, really? That's the energy? And this is why you're not attracting these high energy go-getters, because your energy, your vibe is low. And so we got to make sure that when we're talking to people about our business, that you are smiling, that you are engaging, that you have high energy, positive vibes. You got to have all of that going on, because you want to attract people like that. You don't want to attract people low energy, low vibration. People will kill your business. It will absolutely kill your business. So I'm always going to be, when it comes to business, it's like, boom, 1, 2, 3, lights, camera, action, she's on, and my whole mood is going to change. I mean, usually I'm like this most of the time anyway, but if, I'm human, there may be something going on in my life that isn't so. Maybe I just heard some sad news that somebody passed away and now I'm feeling depressed. But guess what? When it's time to do business, Tanisha's ready. Business mode. There's been times when I've had to, drive to Tampa to do a business presentation, and I was just exhausted, like practically sleeping the whole way there while my husband drove. And I'll tell him, oh my gosh, I'm so tired. I really don't want to go tonight. I really don't want to go tonight. But once I get out the car and walk through them doors, boom, lights, camera, action, I'm on. You won't know that I'm sleepy, or I was just, I'm working on 2 hours of sleep or no sleep, or that I'm exhausted. You're not going to know that. I can't bring that energy into the business, right? So we all have to be aware of that and increase your energy. Be aware of your mood when you're working with your business and your people. Number 3, attrition is a basic fact in the network marketing industry. You cannot run from it. You cannot hide from it. It will find you. Reminds me of that scene in Taken, Liam Neeson, when he was on the phone with the kidnapper, right? When he talks about he has a very special set of skills, and he's like, I will find you, right? Attrition is going to find you. It is part of the work that, it's part of the industry. It doesn't matter how big your team is, whether you're a team of 5 or a team of 5,000, you are going to have attrition. But there are things that you can do to reduce the attrition. And, one of them is making sure that, your energy is high. right? Your vibrations are high so that you attract high energy people who love to have fun and enjoy the business with you, right? Christina said, there is no place for negative talk, walk, or action when running your network marketing business. I love that. No negative talk or walk. I love that. All right. So let's get into numero cuatro. The disappointment about those who fail to show up to meetings or who quit can be alleviated by putting your energy into approaching a greater number of new prospects. It's really that simple. Yes, we don't like it when our team don't show up for their success. But guess what? That's not on you, that's on them. So you can't let people who are not showing up for their success cause you to get depressed. It's about them, it's not about you. And yeah, can you write that at the top of your notes in capital letters, underline, bold? It's not about me. It's not about me. It's never about you. It's about them. So if they don't want to show up to the training, they don't want to show up to the weekly meeting, they don't want to show up to convention, don't let that depress you. You just got to take that energy and go prospect some new people that are hungry. See, if we do the work, for me, network marketing is all about, if you do most of the hard work in the beginning and take the time in the beginning, things will flow so much better for you at the end, right? If you take that extra time to onboard them, if your onboarding takes 5 hours, okay, let it take, not in one setting, but you know what I'm saying? If it takes 5 hours over, the span of a couple of weeks, it's okay. It's okay. That time that you're spending with your new business partner is building a deeper relationship with them. And they won't be so quick to quit on you because you invested your energy. You didn't, new business partners don't care what you know till they know that you care. And when you take 5 hours to spend with somebody over a couple of weeks to onboard them, to answer all their questions so they don't feel rushed, so they feel comfortable, you're making sure they understand. They feel like, wow, this person really cares about me. And they'll feel more comfortable coming to you when they have a question as well, right? Go ahead, Constance.
And that shows that you're in this business for yourself, but not by yourself. And
Yeah.
also, like you say, taking that time out with them, they appreciate it more.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
And they appreciate you being that, you really care. You're not, it's not just me being a number to you and helping you grow your business, but you're helping me with my business.
Absolutely. 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 Let's get into number 5. Ooh, don't waste your energy supporting those who resist you. Just think next and move on. What was it that I told you guys on Tuesday to write down? Anybody remember the phrase that I gave you right at the end? Anybody remember the phrase that I gave you last Tuesday? Because it's basically saying this. The phrase that I gave y'all last Tuesday, if you didn't write it down, is I ain't chasing them, I'm replacing them. And I specifically said put ain't. I know it's not a word. I was an English major in college. I know we're not supposed to use that word. But in this case, I ain't chasing them, I'm replacing them. That's exact. Stop wasting your time on people who don't want to do the work. And if you did what you were supposed to do with onboarding them and training them, they already know what to do. They're just refusing to do it. And that's okay because it ain't about you, it's about them, right? Boss Lady said the most difficult part is the outcome after the meeting. They can watch the Zoom, get on the 3-way, and then they ghost you. But if you can handle it being positive, it could drain you. Right. It will not drain you if you can handle it. You got to stay positive. I I always say when people show you who they are, believe them. So if someone ghosts you, what does that mean? I'm not interested right now. That's all that means. Okay, I'm not going to cry over the fact that you're not interested right now. In fact, thank you for ghosting me, because now I don't waste my time trying to chase you, because I'm not. You just showed me that I need to be moving on to the next person. Right? All right. Number 6. Work with the people who show an interest and will keep your spirits up. That should be a simple thing, right? We all have people on our team that are always smiling, always in a positive mood, right? Work with the people who will keep your spirits up and avoid the people who are draining you of your energy. Very simple, because you got to keep your enthusiasm up. And remember, these are things that you also need to be communicating and being aware of, and communicating it with your new business partners so that they are aware. Number 7, if you feel like quitting, call your upline for support and encouragement. Don't just quit. Don't just give up. Why do you think we're here? We've been through what you're going through 9 times out of 10. And so if you feel like you cannot maintain your enthusiasm and a positive mindset, then you need help. This is when you raise your hand and say, hey, coach, can I have a one-on-one with you? Because I'm kind of going through some things right now. Number 6 was work with the people who show an interest and will keep your spirits up. Someone requested number 6 be shown again. So work with the people who show an interest and will keep your spirits up. And right now we're on number 7. If you feel like quitting, call your upline for support and encouragement. I tell this to my new business partners all the time. I said, in order for us to help you, work together to get you to whatever level or to get whatever you want out of your business, we have to keep the lines of communication open between us. And I tell them, no, I do not need to know all of your personal business. However, if there is something going on in your life that is going to affect your ability to do what you said you were going to do in this business, I need to know about it, right? Because those are the distractions that will derail someone, that will end up or lead to them quitting the business. But if they let me know, hey, coach, I got this going on right now in my life, and I'm kind of, feeling overwhelmed. Like, I don't know how I'm going to keep pushing. Guess what? I can talk you off the ledge. Because guess what? Life is happening to all of us in network marketing. Nobody's excluded. I don't care what level you are, how much money you're making, how many rings you have, how many trophies you have, how many awards and certificates and recognition you have. Everybody's going through stuff. But to be successful in network marketing, you got to keep going. You got to keep moving. You can't quit. Constance?
Been there, done that, bought the t-shirt, it don't fit no more. Tanisha know what I'm talking about. Don't do it. Don't do it. Been there, done that. Don't do it. Go to your upline. Go to your upline. That's all I have to say. Just go to your upline. Please don't do it.
Exactly.
Experience right here.
Yes.
Don't
If
do
you
it.
feel like quitting, go to your upline support and
Definitely.
encouragement. And we said upline. It doesn't have to be your immediate upline. One thing about the network marketing industry is that you do have layers of leadership, right? Your leader your immediate leader may not be following the leadership. They may have created an island where they're just keeping themselves and their team on it. You need to get the heck off the island if it's about to be flooded,
Can I
right?
say something else?
Absolutely.
Because I was new in the business and I didn't know that I could go to my upline. So now what I tell all my new business partners, I tell them my experience.
Yes.
And I tell them what to do because that's what Director Burke told me when I came back. Um, yeah.
Yep.
So I
And
tell them that now.
good, good. Keep telling them that because we got to manage their expectations. Remember, we always talk, I always say that your job is to manage your new business partners' expectations and preparing them for what's to come. And that's one of the things we have to constantly tell them. You have layers of leadership. And guess where they get to learn that? The welcome call. How many of you are doing the welcome call? How many of you are exposing your new business partner to the leaders in your organization, right? So as your company grows and stuff like that, welcome calls kind of tend to fall by the wayside. That's why, like for my team, once a month, I have all the directors come on, all the new business partners to come on so they can hear from all the leaders and get their contact information so that they see they have layers of leadership. But guess what? If the new business partner doesn't plug in, they don't know anybody. But guess what? That's on them. That's not on you, because you would have done your job in the beginning during the onboarding to let them know about everything they should be plugging into, right? You're letting them know about, the weekly calls and the weekly trainings and the team Zooms and the events, right? If you take the time in the beginning to let them know about all those things, and if down the line they feel alone, like they're on an island by themselves, guess what? They put themselves there because you told them what to plug into, right? So let's move on to number 8. Welcome, Director Burke. Welcome, Christina. Number 8, we're talking about chapter 3 of the book, Your First Year in Network Marketing by Mark Yarnell. And chapter 3 is called Dodging the Depression Torpedo. So number 8, share your enthusiasm, never your negativity with your downline. This goes back to good goes down, bad goes up, right? But share your enthusiasm. This is almost repetitive, but it's worth repeating. Number 9, to be successful, professionals must be willing to use their reputations and credibility toward building their business. Denying their commitment to their warm markets will result in failure. So what are we saying here? Your warm market, you already have a relationship equity with them. You already have equity built up in the bank with them. They know you, you know them. And so to come into the business and not leverage that and going after people you don't have a rapport built with only, you're setting yourself up for failure. Why? Because this is a relationship building business. So think about this. And y'all have heard that phrase before, right? This is a relationship building business. This is a relationship. It's called network, right? It's about the relationships. So doesn't it make sense to focus on the relationships you've had for years than focusing on relationships that you've never had and now you got to start from ground zero? Right? So it's just kind of common sense, but I get it. We come into the business and we're like, oh, my cousin's not going to be interested. My sister's not going to, oh, my family, they're not business minded, da, 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 which all may be true. But those very same people that you are saying are not business minded, they won't be interested. Guess what? They got bills just like you do. They have goals and dreams just like you do. And so if you focus on meeting their need, if it's for them, they will be interested. And if it's not, that's okay too. But to not leverage the relationship equity that you already have built in with your warm market, to just not go after your warm market and say, oh, I'm just going to do social media and go after my cold market. You're setting yourself up for failure, because network marketing is a relationship building business. So it just makes common sense and business sense to go after the people you have the most equity with first. And you can still work your social media as well. But even on social media, don't we have to build up that relationship equity with them? Right? How do we do that? Liking people's stuff, commenting on their posts, maybe asking questions, right? We got to build up that equity. So you're starting with ground zero with them, right? So why not start with your warm market, the people you already have that relationship equity built in the bank? Welcome, Shamika. I love that. I love that. Welcome, Devorus. Good. I'm glad you like that, Donette. All right. So moving on, child. Number 10. If you attempt to recruit others while in a state of depression, your efforts will be futile. If you're not in a good mood to work your business, don't work your business. Go for a walk, listen to some upbeat music. I don't know, go do something that's going to make you happy. But do not try to recruit people if you yourself are feeling depressed. And I think there's a lot of people who do that. And I get it. You're like, oh, coach, I'm just trying to push through. Okay, but just do something where you're not involving others. Right? Maybe watch a training video or something, right? Maybe attend, I don't know, but don't try to recruit people while you yourself are depressed. That's not going to work in your best interest. It's just not. You're going to attract other depressed people. We don't want depressed people in the business, right? LT said it's planting seeds, understanding their needs, and knowing right now may not be the right time. Follow up and show them better, then you can tell them. Exactly. Exactly. Hey, Nubian cutie. She said, listening in. This is good. I'm so glad you're finding value in what we're sharing today. So remember, if you yourself are feeling depressed, that is not the time for you to recruit. Do something else. Go read a book. Go do a training or something. But don't spread that negative energy. Okay?
I wanted to go back to number 9 for a minute, because I put in the chat that that's exactly why I'm having a TOT meeting this Saturday. And I learned that from you. I just kind of shortened it. TOT means taking them off the table. Taking off the table, because our warm market is our warm market. Family, just be being family. And I know Director Burke talks about this, Mr. Burke talks about this a lot, about, he wondered why his family didn't get in at first, but okay, they don't. And all my family, they kind of know what I do. Most of them have seen the presentation and they said no, or they've been in it and they quit it. Not that it did not work, but now that we're in momentum, it's a whole different game. And I just want them to be clear that crystal clear that this is what I do. So when your coworker, your church member, your other side of your family, your husband's side of your family, or somebody come to you with this, you'll know, oh, that's what Amazing K is in. Yeah, that's what, if I'm gonna get in, I need to get in because she took me off the table.
Exactly. I like that. And that's a great idea. You circle back with them now, because think about this. The first time that you exposed your friends and family to the business, you had no idea what the hell you were doing. You had no idea. And so now that you have personally developed, and if you're in my company, we just hit 100,000 active agents. Now you could circle back and brag. You got bragging rights now about how well the company is doing from the first time you shared it with them. Maybe the first time you shared it with them, we were only at 60,000, right? Or 50,000 or 10,000, right? But now you can come back and say, listen, I know we talked about this before, but I can't let you miss this. Do you know in 8 years, we brought 100,000 people into the business that are still active? Do you know we've booked $3 billion in travel? Do you know our marketing company has paid out over $200 million in commissions? And how much of that went to your bank account? I can tell you how much went to mine. I can't let you miss this. I need you to come take a look at this just one more time again, as my coach says. I just need you to look at it one more time. I'll answer all your questions. Listen, it may or may not be for you. I get it. But just do this for me. I want you to look at it with open eyes one more time. I'll answer your question. If it's for you, great. If it's not, great. At least you know what I do, and you can never say, why didn't you tell me? Director Burke?
Yeah, just piggybacking off of what Ms. K said, it's like, it's a great thing when you follow up with someone, especially with personal development. If you're at a level higher than you were before, every time you follow up with them, like, so if you're like a bronze builder and you reach out to them and they're like, no, it's not for me, but that's okay. You know, you keep moving. And then the next time when you do follow up with them, you got a silver builder. So now they're seeing the progression here. And it's like, it's harder for them to even like, let me see what you actually get into. And then the next time you have to follow up with them, you're gold. But yeah, I love that. I love that. And that's something that you always taught. Like, if you're going to follow up with someone, you know, want to make sure that you're in a bigger spot than you were before. And that was huge to me. Back to you.
Yeah, have something new to tell them. That's why it's so important to plug in to your company events, because they're going to give you some stats and figures, right? They're going to give you that ammunition that you need to talk to your warm market, right? I couldn't wait to get this ring. I could not wait to get this sapphire ring, signifying earnings of $100,000 annually in residual income. Number one, because my team needed this story to leverage. But number two, I couldn't wait for all my old coworkers to see that I was making $100,000, because I tried to tell all my coworkers about this business, and the majority of them were not interested. And guess what? Some of them are still there working, and I'm the six-figure income earner working from home, right? So I use that as motivation. And so when I go back to them, I can say, I tried to tell you about this $100,000 ago, but I can't wait to say, I tried to tell you about this $250,000 ago, right? And then I can't wait to say, I tried to tell you about this $500,000 ago. And then when I can say, I tried to tell you about this $1 million ago, like at that point, it's going to be my assistant calling you, because now you can't even reach me. Yep, Tanisha is going to be on a beach with her bougie fan on a tropical island. Okay. I'm just saying, you gotta
tell
keep
brother
elevating.
Michael. Tell brother Michael I need a bougie fan like that, please.
Absolutely. I'm just saying, this is what you want to tell these people. Like, it's gonna be my assistant reaching out to you. You're not gonna be able to reach me when I'm a millionaire. You're not gonna have access like you have now. I'm just saying, you're just not. So I'm trying to let them get in now while they still got access. I'm telling you, Danette, it's gonna be the assistant. I'm not gonna be taking any. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have a whole new phone. All the phone numbers y'all got for me now, I'm cutting them off, and it'll be a private line, and only a handful of people will have it. Nah, y'all, my team will always have access to me. But again, you gotta be on the team to get the access. That's the part, right? You got, if you rocking with me, I'm rocking with you. If you ain't rocking with me, I don't have time for you. That rhymes, doesn't it? All right. Number 11. This is the last one, y'all. You alone have control over your attitude. If you exercise that control, adjusting your attitude from the inside, then your outward behavior will naturally flow. And man, that is so true. It goes along with we can't control what happens to us. We can only control our response to it, our reaction to it. And so control the controllables. Control the controllables. And that is why saying positive affirmations are so important. Whatever you find yourself constantly saying that's negative, you have got to take those words and flip it around and turn it into a positive affirmation. So if you're ever thinking to yourself, well, yeah, I've heard about positive affirmations and, I want to have some. Where do I find them? Where do I find these positive affirmations? What should I be affirming? Well, hold the mirror up and look at all the negative things that you're saying. And those should be the positive affirmations that you're saying for yourself, not some random affirmation that's on the internet that you use ChatGPT. Hey, ChatGPT, can you give me 5 positive affirmations I should say to make me feel better about myself? No. What are you saying negatively now? What are you constantly saying? Take that and turn it into a positive affirmation. For example, I remember visiting one of my coaches, and he was letting me know that his wife wasn't feeling well. So instead of him saying she's sick, he said she's fighting to stay healthy. And ever since he said that, that's what I say now. Now I never say I'm sick. I always say I'm fighting to stay healthy. Just that alone changes everything. It changes the whole energy of the conversation, right? Like, no, you're not sick. You're fighting to stay healthy. So different, right? So you take whatever negative thing that you're saying and turn that into a positive affirmation. Instead of talking about, saying something negative about your team not being productive, make a positive affirmation about the hungry people that are joining your team in 2024. Christina?
Yes, I've always believed this strongly my whole life that any words that you say out loud, they have power. So whatever words you speak, they have to be an abundance of joy, happiness, success, prosperity, because our words that we speak out, it goes out to the universe and it comes back to us. So if we speak negative things are going to come out to us. We could think it, but once we speak it, it totally changes the whole form of everything. So if we stay continually speaking positive, and even if we don't got it, if you don't got a lot of money in your bank account, say you got a full bank account, you know what I'm saying? And eventually everything will fall into place the way it should be.
Absolutely. It's called the law of attraction, and it's real. It is 100% real. The law of attraction. And I remember growing up, my mom used to always say the positive and wouldn't even acknowledge the negative, and it used to tick me off because I'm like, you're living in a fake world, Mom. I remember having this conversation with her, and it would cause some arguments sometimes. I'm like, can you live in reality, please? The reality is the toilet is broken. We have to use a bucket to flush it. And you over here acting like everything's all good, and it's not. Like, denying it isn't going to fix it. That's the way I looked at it. I looked at it as my mom was denying reality, living in la la land, like everything was all good, when all I could see was everything was all bad. But now, guess what? I see what she was doing. My mom's a believer. She was speaking positivity and life into existence. And we have to do the same thing with our business. We have to speak positivity in life in our business. And too many times people are just, because they're depressed, right? They got hit by the depression torpedo. Too many times people are just saying everything negative about their business, and you don't hardly ever hear them saying something positive about their business or about their team. And then they wonder why they continue to have these negative things happening within their organization. Words are powerful. Positive speaking brings positive results. That is 100% fact. That's good, Christina. Keep that. Never lose it, and show other people how to do that. And let me say this, as leaders, right? Anytime someone on your team, because we're talking about network marketing, when you catch people on your team saying something negative, call them out on it and say, you're bringing more negative energy into your negative words. So I want you to restate what you just said in a positive way, because there's two sides to everything, a negative and a positive. So how can you re-say that in a more positive way? And if you start doing that to everybody over and over and over again, guess what? Now they know when they're talking to you, they better not say nothing negative, right? And it's not that we're denying reality. No, we're not denying reality, but we also understand the power of attraction. That's what it is. And so we have to fix that. Just like, has anybody on here ever heard me get on you for using the word Trying? I'm not even going to say it, because it's not in a champion's vocabulary to even use that word. It does not exist. It does not exist. Anybody ever have me get on them for using that word? Okay, good.
So much that I've come up with an acronym for it, so I won't use it, to resist yielding. That's what you are.
I like it.
We're not doing that.
Exactly. Champions don't use that word. We just don't. So so these are all the things to dodge that depression torpedo. And you got to be aware of all of those things. And you have to do something, help your new business partner know that, hey, these are the things. Just have them read the book. Very simple. You get your new business partner to read the book. So, and you want to tell them about this book early on, like when they first join, boom, they hit enter, and you're onboarding them. Get them to read the book, because if they read the book, then they're going to learn these things for themselves, and you don't have to spend so much time talking about it. It's kind of just a reiteration of what they already read, right? And they're going to be like, oh yeah, I read that in the book. Yep, I read that in the book. Yep, I read that. And now, oh my gosh, the conversation is so much better. So let's talk about your takeaways from today. Amazing K, what was your biggest takeaway from dodging the depression torpedo?
There's so many. My biggest one, I guess, would be all of them were good. All of them. I mean, I'm going to take heed to all of them. Some of them I already do, but I'm just going to do more. And I guess the one that really, I share my enthusiasm. All of them is just good. I'm just gonna do them all. I'm taking away everything. I'm not leaving nothing on the table. TOT.
I love it. Anybody else want to share their biggest takeaway? Director Burt?
Yeah, my biggest takeaway in this was definitely from the negativity angle. Because there was like a lot of times when I first started this, and even throughout this has been a process for me, where I blamed everything and everyone else, and I never looked inside of me and blamed myself for bringing out that negativity. And that's why I was living in a negative world. Like you said before, the biggest enemy is the inner me. And that's exactly what I was rolling with. So yeah, that'll always resonate with me.
That's good. That's good. Anybody else want to share their takeaway from today? Let's see. LT, let's go to the chat. She says she has to stay aware of all of them and be sure that she remains consistent. That's good. That's good. Yep. You got to be, and it's kind of like what Kay was saying. Like, I got to be aware of all of these because they all matter, right? Shamika, be careful of the words you say to yourself. You just might get it. Exactly. Exactly.
Unknown caller.
All right. Danette. Attrition is not my fault. Exactly. It's not your fault. That's a big one. It is not your fault. They quit on them. They quit on their family. They didn't quit on you. Boss Lady said, work with the people who show an interest and will keep your spirits up. They were so many great ones. Right. You work with the people who will keep your spirits up. Don't work with people who are so negative. Bringing your, right, because their energy will bring your energy down as well. So we definitely don't want that. Chrissy said, if you are up, go down. And if you are down, go up. Good goes down, bad goes up. Exactly, Chrissy.
That was a good one. Someone said attrition is not their fault, because just the other day I was thinking I was failing my team, and that because Tanisha, I have them plugged in, I give them all the information that they need. There's some that have like nice sized teams and things like that, and they're not doing what they were coached and trained to do. And so it's like, yeah, it was my fault, but it's not my. I don't know who was that typed that, but thank you. That was that. I needed that one. I really needed that one.
Danette said it. Mm-hmm.
Thank you, Jeanette.
Yeah, Josephine said, keep the negativity away from your team. You want your team to grow with positivity. Yep. And Nubian Cutie said, yes, so true. Self-talk is important. It's extremely important. Someone on Facebook said, I ain't chasing you. I'm replacing you. I love it. Christina, did you want to share something?
Yes, my biggest takeaway is to go and reach out to my warm market again, because in the beginning, my warm market, they only came to me for travel. And then when they seen that my prices weren't the same as they could do on their own, but they weren't getting the quality grade that I could provide to them, they started seeing I offered the business to them, but they weren't seeing me really growing with the business. I only have 2 people under me, but the fact is that the business is growing, and I have gathered practically all my certifications in the business that I network travel. I feel now that I'm at the point where I can mentor and sponsor people to guide them so they can stay in the team and not flop out. So I'm going to work on my warm market more.
That's great. That's great. I love that. I love that. And remember, plug them into the sauce, the atmosphere, the culture of your company. The companies have, and this is why people join network marketing, because the companies have all that information, right? They have all the training and stuff laid out. So that concludes our presentation for today. Thank you so much for joining us. So next Tuesday, we will be discussing Chapter 4. If you like this content, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share so that it helps the algorithm and we can spread these golden nuggets to the rest of the network marketing world. Have a great day, everyone. Bye.